Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog. It is actually Labor Day weekend and I went to the 4-H fair and auction, and oh my lord, you will not believe the scores we got. Oh, I am beyond thrilled. I am mind blown, and you are gonna be too, so make sure you don't go anywhere because you're about to see what I got for way under 250 total. So be sure to stick around and check this out.
So you're in a hurry? Well, you better calm down. We're all friends around you, just join the fun. 'Cause if you're in a hurry, you're missing the point. Should enjoy the fruits of life instead of chasing coins. Because it's a beautiful day.
So every year in my hometown, the Labor Day weekend tradition always includes the 4-H fair. It's held in East Middleboro. Some of you might be familiar with 4-H. The 4-H is about animals and agriculture and farming and good old-fashioned qualities like quilting and sewing, and it's clubs for children and adults, and it's a place at this fair where they can show the animals that they raised or the things that they created or grew, and it is a great way to support the community. And I love the 4-H fair. Matter of fact, when I was growing up, I was in the 4-H. I raised rabbits, so I participated in all those fun things. But this particular 4-H fair in East Middleboro has been an absolute constant in my life. This is a tradition that has just been going on for as long as I can remember, and I love seeing the animals and I love getting the fair food and the penny candy. But my highlight was always what we called the junk tent and the auction. Now, the junk tent isn't really called the junk tent. It's actually called the country store. Basically, what this is one of those giant tents that has the poles in it, almost like a circus tent size, and underneath it is tables and tables and tables, and on these tables is anything and everything you can think of, from glasses and dishes, vases and picture frames, Christmas decorations, Easter decorations, baskets, lamps, think of a yard sale but with the 1980s prices. So what you do in the junk tent is you bring your own bags and you go around, you put your stuff in your bags. People bring wagons and pull them through the junk tent because you never know what you're going to find. And the thing about the junk tent is if you see something you want and you put your hands on it, don't put it down. It's not going to last. So I went there as soon as the junk tent opened. I'm sorry, it is the country store, but I'm always going to call it the junk tent. That's just how I grew up knowing it. So I arrived as soon as the fair started and the junk tent opened. I wanted to get there before the auction started so I could peruse all under there and find all kinds of treasures, hopefully, that I can take home with me. And I am freaking mind blown at what I took home for $30 from this junk tent. It took me 3 trips. I had to go back to my car 3 separate times and empty my bags because I ran out of room and things got heavy. But 3 trips to the junk tent yielded me some pretty amazing treasures, and I am going to show them to you now. Pretty excited about this, actually. Like, I made out so good this weekend. This is just a preview to the pièce de résistance that will be coming later with my auction results. But check out what I got under the junk tent for $30, okay? So everything you see on this table right here came from the junk tent. Now, at this particular moment in time, I am having an obsession with candlesticks. Something broke off of here. I don't know what was up here, but I can have Scott cut that down, make it flat, and this would be a gorgeous candlestick. Look at that gorgeous detail. This is solid brass. This is very heavy. I just love that. Super pretty. I also grabbed this brass candle holder. It needs to be polished. Very nice, very heavy piece. I thought this was gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I love that it's one like you carry. This is very Little Women to me in my mind. So I grabbed this. There's nothing on the bottom, but I don't care. I think it's beautiful. They had this super cute sleigh candle. It's like a little piece of tin. You put the little candle in there. I would probably use this in a craft, so I threw it in my bag. They had this gorgeous crystal candlestick holder. It doesn't have anything on the bottom. It's a very heavy piece, and it is gorgeous. So I snagged that. I also grabbed these two little milk glass vases. I have a small one and a bigger one. I think they're really pretty. They had this set of adorable little ceramic jugs. The tops come off. You can store things in them. But I just thought, how cute are they? Got a set of matching glass candle holders. This beautiful, like, orange carnival glass, maybe? I remember my Nana had something similar to this. And it actually just had that in there, but it doesn't go together. So I thought this was really pretty. They also had these salt shakers, and I am a firm believer that certain dinner parties require their own salt shakers. These are home goods, brand new, never used. I love that. I found this teacup and saucer like this as a little bird feeder cup, a little decorative one that I want to make and put outside. So this was bought to become a nice little bird feeder. Very pretty cup. Now, they had this random little fat candle, and the reason I got it is because that black wrought iron antique candle holder I showed you on my last haul does not take a standard size candle in there. It tips over. So I was thinking this might fit in there, and fingers crossed, that's what it's going to do. Yes, that is perfect. That is exactly what that needed. I am so happy. Love it. I thought this dish was super pretty for like my bureau or the bathroom to hold rings or maybe soap. This is Bailey Banks and Biddle. What a name. I love it. But I just thought it was super pretty. I love the gold detail. I love how it's fluted on the edge. And I can just really see that in my bedroom or in my bathroom. They also had these candle holders. These are for like the fatter candles, but I thought this was like really pretty for Christmas. So I grabbed those. Speaking of Christmas, they just had this cute little tree that opens. And there's Santa. Nothing special, but I think it's special and I think it's adorable. So I grabbed that. They had this adorable glass pumpkin. Top comes off. It has a nice seal. I thought that was super cute. Like, thank you. Nice little pumpkin jar. It's kind of in like a champagne-y color, which I really, really love. Also grabbed two Fire King dishes, and one does have a crack in it. The other one is perfect. And I can use these for dry spices. I can use them in my cooking. I can totally use them. And Fire King is a great, great brand. So I grabbed those. They had this brass dish, but it has this gorgeous painting inside of it. Beautiful Christmas details. It's raised with gold details on the paint. Like, it's so pretty that I just wanted it. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? For Miss Rosie's little play kitchen, I grabbed her a Nana Bird plate. We are obsessed with cardinals in this house. We call them Nana birds. And Rosie is just gonna love this little plate to have in her kitchen. I got her this adorable little teapot. It's nothing fancy. It's China. I think it's made in Czechoslovakia. But she will love this for her kitchen. Now we also got this pair of wooden candlesticks. I really like the shape. I probably will refinish them somehow, but I mean, I really like them. So we basically have this entire table of various items. Lots and lots of candle holders. Super pretty detail on them. There's brass, there's crystal, there's glass. I'm just really having a love affair with candlesticks. And this is all part of the $30 haul. But wait, there's more. Now, I've also always wanted one of those taco shell holders. Like when you make your tacos, you set them in them and they stand up and don't fall over and look pretty on your table. Well, I have one. And it's actually a really pretty little taco holder that I'm super psyched. This is part of the $30 that was spent. It's very heavy, but I love that it's decorative, and this is gonna be perfect for holding my tacos. I found this little frame, thought it was super cute. I love that it's round. It's in really good condition, you know, nothing's really wrong with it. In fact, kind of think it's new and nobody used it. You find that a lot at the 4-H fair. A lot of the things that you can find are actually new, which is mind-blowing. But I got this little frame. I also got this old garden vegetable colander. It is missing the handles on it, but my grandma, the Puppas, they had one of these, and I kind of love the idea of maybe having my veggies in it on the counter, or even my eggs when they start laying. It'll get used, and I love it. It's old. Do you ever look at old objects and wonder what life they had before you? Where were they? What did they do? Who had them? How much work have they done? Things like that is what goes through my mind when I am antiquing and thrifting. Do you have the same types of thoughts and inquiries in your own head? Let me know in the comments down below if you always look at an item and wonder what its previous life and owners were like, because I really do. I can see someone working really hard in their garden and coming home and snapping some beans in this. They also just had this little print. It does have a little stain in the corner, but I actually kind of like the print, and maybe I can do something with it. I'm kind of thinking about taking it apart and using it in my garden journal, just getting rid of that yucky part. But those are things I think about when I find old things, is how can I repurpose this? And I actually think this would be cool used in my garden journal. I actually really like this. I love that it's a green velvet ball. I love that there's a white sparkle ball, and I love that there is a metallic red ball. I love the holly detail on the top. It obviously goes on a doorknob, but how cute is that? I like it, so I got it. I also found this adorable reindeer trivet. It isn't a brass, it needs to be cleaned up a bit. I thought that this was pretty and would just be a nice little detail on my kitchen counter through the Christmas season. Now, I love having a stocked craft room, and that includes stamps and ink pads and things like that. So, just using the colander to show you, I found a whole bin of stamps, and they can be quite expensive. So I just kind of went through and picked some that I thought would be perfect for me for journaling. I actually love that one. But for my garden journal, for my own journal, I thought these would be great. So I grabbed a whole bunch of stamps. These stamps alone were probably $30, but we have more. Okay, this is really still part of that $30. I saw this candle holder. It sits on top of your table like a centerpiece. It has 2 spots for your candles. I love the old-fashioned skis. I love the berries and the details of the pine cones. Everything is in perfect condition, so I grabbed this. I don't know if this is gonna go on the coffee table or the dining room table or maybe somewhere in my bedroom. But I am telling you, this is actually a very exciting addition to my Christmas decor. I love it. Look at the size of this picture. Look at it, it's got gorgeous detail on it. I love, love, love how it's beveled like that. Kind of reminds me of a pumpkin, the way it's ribbed and rounded. It is huge, like compared to my head, this is how big it is. There is not a scratch, a nick, a crack. It does need to be washed. Nothing has been cleaned. You are seeing this the day after having it, so how gorgeous is that? I love this. Now they had this, I think it's like a little spice rack, at least that's what I want to use it for, and it's going to go into my little vintage kitchen downstairs because there is no like spice area down there. Look at this. It does have a drawer, it's missing the knobs on there. Whoopity-doo. You know, I'll put two nice knobs on there, very sturdy. I love the scallop detail, and I can see this used as a spice rack downstairs perfectly. Look at that. You can see that. I think this is actually maple. I don't even think this is pine. I think this is like a little maple shelf. So, it'd be nice if I opened the drawer and there was hundreds in it. Have you ever found anything good inside of a thrift? Like once upon a time, I actually did find money in a book I bought at a yard sale, so that was kind of cool. Have you ever found anything in an item you've thrifted? Let me know in the comments down below. What was it? Okay, what else? This is a gorgeous tin basket. I love it. I love the patinaed details on it, how it is slightly rusty. This totally has a French provincial vibe, which is exactly kind of the direction I'm taking my house into now. Nothing fancy about it. It's not a spectacular basket, but it is beautiful, and I love the patina. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Very French. Now, they had floral picks. And if you know anything about floral picks, you know how expensive floral picks can be. So basically what I'm going to do is lay my floral picks on the floor so that you can see all the floral picks I got. I got quite a bit. These are the floral picks that I got, and they are very, very pretty, very big. I love this one. Look at how thick that is. Like it's totally ready for a vase. I have some that have some pine cones. I have some frosted berries. I have some beautiful nests, pomegranates, more pine cones and holly, another nest. And then they had these two gorgeous vintage candle rings. That's what I think they are. Maybe it's a wreath. I don't think so though. How stunning are those? Look at that. They are gorgeous. But I got all of these picks. I mean, even that right there is absolutely more than $20 if you were to buy them in the store. So, I'm still ahead of the game. All right, what else did we get? They had these adorable little Santa boot planters, and I can totally see that with some beautiful picks in there. How cute are those? I actually thought that this was gorgeous. It hangs on the wall. Looks so pretty, and I bet that extra candle can fit right inside of there. How pretty is that? I love the details of the leaves. Just an adorable bauble for my wall. They had this planter. I just love the look of it. I love the details. I think this is a gorgeous planter. And for someone who likes plants, you can never have enough pretty planters. They had this twisted vine that I thought was really pretty. It's pretty long. It has really pretty red flowered details on there. I thought this could be used someplace for Christmas. They also had this one. And I mean, come on. This by itself is $13. And this is all part of the $30 I spent in the junk tent. I actually almost purchased this next item off of Amazon like 5 months ago. I've wanted one for my stairs, so I scored a stair basket. It is maroon. It just needs to be cleaned up. There are no cracks in it. The handle is solid. This is a solid basket. I'm gonna clean it up. I am gonna change the color of it with some spray paint. So this came in my $30 package as well. This is exactly what I wanted, and I can't believe I actually found it. Like, I was super excited. Great score right here. And that brings me to our last item. This is the last part of my $30 total spent in the junk tent, and this is also a brand new, never been taken out of the box item, and this probably costs more than $30 to buy it new. I have no idea, but I love it. It is a lighted metal house village. It comes with 3 houses and 2 trees, and it lights up, and oh my gosh. Everything is still like sealed up, brand new. This has been sitting in someone's attic. Look at that! Oh my Lord, I couldn't believe it when I found this. Oh, look at this pretty little house. How adorable is that? Oh my gosh. I cannot wait to set this out for Christmas, like my own little Christmas village. I love this. The candle goes right inside. Look, the candle even lights up. Like, come on. I love it. Score. This was a score. I'm so excited for this. This right here is literally what I spent $30 on. Literally. I'm not kidding. I did also put a $10 bill in the donation box that goes towards the scholarships, because scholarships are awarded to kids in the 4-H for college and whatnot. And I just think it's an absolute great thing to support. So this is $40. Call it 40, even though the 10 was something I chose to donate into it. I am still so far ahead of the game with everything that I got under the junk tent, and I am so excited, and I cannot wait to see all of these things cleaned up and put into my house. And I'm excited for Rosie to see her teapot and her little dish. She's gonna think the world of that within itself. I might even give her those little mini jugs for her kitchen. I don't know. I probably could have found more, but at some point you have to just say, I'm happy with what I got, and walk away. Besides, the auction was about to start, and I was not about to miss the auction. And I almost forgot. Got one big Christmas ornament too. They had this. $9.99, brand new. Thought it would be pretty on my porch, so that's what I bought it for. Way ahead of the game for my 30 bucks. I love the 4-H fair. I love the junk tent. But yeah, this was also part of the 30. I didn't want to leave it out. I want to be accurate. We spent less than $250 all said and done. That includes the 30 that I spent in the junk tent. Now, I have to tell you, I am ahead by thousands on this auction with things that I bought. And I'm mind blown with this whole thing. Like, I am so giddy. I cannot believe this happened to me again. If you have been with my channel for a while, you may have seen the antique haul that Scott and I did last year, where I got this amazingly beautiful set of Lenox dishes for $10, and when I got home, they are in fact worth $1,000. Well, that kind of happened again, but not with dishes.
Nine, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 20 now one, 20 now one, 20 now one. $20 to number 54. She went like
Hey, babe.
I did not.
a big, large Victorian walnut framed mirror.
Okay, these are some of the bigger things that I got at the auction. This is an ironing board for the wall. It opens up. Your ironing board comes down right out of that. It's got its little stand. I wanted this. I do not like the ducks on the front of it. I'm going to change the front of it, but I wanted this and I only paid $2 for it, so score. I got this stained glass piece. I want to put it in my front big window. I just think it would look so pretty with the afternoon light coming through there. And I got this for $2. This was $3, but I actually really just like the look of it. I like how it's oval. And I just really thought it was a pretty picture. It's a brass frame. It's kind of heavy. Just a couple bucks again. Nobody wanted it. I searched for information on this next one. I cannot find anything. It is by Andrew Walter Bays, and this is like seriously old. This is the back of the picture. You can see it's all wood. It's like almost gonna fall out. We have to repair it, but it's not in there good, and I don't want it to fall. I don't want to break it. And this print is called No Dogs Allowed, and I'm trying to show it to you without a glare. No dogs allowed here. It was in some kind of an auction before this. Everything that they have is by donation, so you never know where anything came from, but I love it. This shoe, and look at the kitty. Cat's getting in on it. He's like, get out of here, dog. If you know anything about me, you know I have an obsession with pictures of dogs, children with dogs. I kind of collect them. So when I saw that, that was also a no-brainer. And this was $3. Now I cannot find any information on this print. In fact, I can't even find this print through Google. So if anybody knows anything about No Dogs Allowed Here by Andrew Walter Bays, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to know more about this. Keeping with the obsession I have for old pictures of children and dogs. Look at this one. Next they had this one. I got it for $5. This frame is gorgeous and detailed. I mean, look at that. And then look at that picture. The dogs are playing, the children are playing. They're either riding on Sissy's back, or maybe that's the nanny's back, or heck, even back then, maybe that's a mom. I don't know, but I really love the details. I love how the dogs are in it. This little face. So I grabbed this one as well. $3. I love it. It's very heavy. I love it. I really love that. Next up, they had a mirror that when I saw this mirror, I said, you know what? I want that for my mantle. It's more proportioned. Do have a little mirror up there right now, but it doesn't look right. It's very small for the space. So I found this one. Here's the mirror. Pretty tall. You can see it comes up to my waist. This mirror has the most gorgeous details. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Very, very heavy, heavy piece. $5. I have two more things I want to show you, but I have to just give you a little story here first. So if you've watched my channel, you know that my house is kind of like Antique Cape farmhouse-ish, and I'm just kind of sick of it. I love the antiques, and I love the eclectic look of how my home looks, but I'm kind of transitioning my vibe over to a French country cottage kind of a look. Very shabby chic, very florals and plaids, whole lot of chickens and roosters, and this was like the third item that I bought up there, and it's enormous. And when I saw it, I was like, I really want to get that, but it's probably going to go for a ton of money. Well, it didn't. It ended up being mine for $20. It's called Sunday Morning in Sleepy Hollow. Print is by Jenny Brownscombe. I hope I said that correctly. It's worth a lot of money. This is the print in this gorgeous, very ornate, heavy, heavy frame that I bought. The frame is gorgeous. Absolutely, stunningly gorgeous. There isn't a piece missing on this print. So here's my giant $20 print, and here's what I found about it online. Do you believe that? Like, holy smokes. I never expected this print to be worth over $1,000, but it is. And once again, I'm keeping it. I am not getting rid of it. This is mine. I love it. The fact that I just invested seriously into a piece of art I had no idea had value is just the cherry on top of this entire giant Sunday of a celebration that we had at the 4-H fair. Let me take you outside and show you something else I got for 20 bucks. They also had this antique wrought iron outdoor plant stand. It's obviously been outdoors. Scott does need to put a finish on here for me, but this is a solid antique wrought iron piece. I think it is gorgeous. It's quite tall. It's a very big piece. It would actually make a beautiful sofa table, I think. There's something to consider. But I got this for $20. I love it. I really love it. And you cannot even buy an antique wrought iron piece for 20 bucks. So how I managed to pull this night off, I will never know, but boy, am I grateful and blessed. And now there is one more thing that I need to share with you guys. Now you have to hear me out first, because some of you are going to be like, what? But I have wanted a new sofa for my living room. We have this giant couch. The center of it pulls out. The two ends turn into easy chairs and put your feet up. But this thing's like 25 years old and is not comfortable. And I wanted a new couch, but it's just something that's not in the budget right now. So I've made do with this giant, uncomfortable eyesore. But when I got to the fair, they had a couch that instantly caught my eye. Most people would not be interested in this couch. In fact, nobody bid on it but me. I ended up getting this couch for $25. It was the only bid. They're like, here you go. This is my new couch. This is a Broyhill vintage. I don't even know. I can't find it. It has beautiful wooden details on it. It's tufted. It is kind of in this marigold yellow color. It has claw feet on the bottom. Nobody has sat on this couch. Nobody. Not know how has sat on this couch. But I'm going to. I cannot wait to get it in place of the other one. This is just, I love it. It's beautiful. It is so beautiful. I know most of you will not like this, and that is okay. Oh, yes. I love this couch. My new couch! Totally worth 25 bucks. Now, I've looked to try to find out what this vintage couch is worth. It is a Broyhill couch. I cannot find this exact couch, so if you happen to come across it, let me know in the comments down below. I would love to see just what it was at when it was originally bought. What I have seen with Broyhill is their prices run from like between $1,500 all the way up to $8,000 and $9,000. So even if we put this at the very lowest end of the low, $1,000, I still only paid 25 bucks for it. And I'm telling you, like, because nobody has sat in this couch, I think this was in a Portuguese household. Hear me out. I grew up in a Portuguese household. We had two living rooms. We had the everyday living room, and then we had the company living room. And you didn't go in the company living room. And as a matter of fact, all of the furniture was covered in plastic in that room. My grandmother would take the plastic off when visitors would come and company would be there. And I'm telling you, this came from a Portuguese household because there isn't a mark on it. There isn't a spot, there isn't a stain. Nobody has sat on this. This is solid. They must not have had any company in that house. And it's great to lay down on too. Ugh, I actually like this. This is really compared to that couch over there. I've died and gone to heaven. So this is my new couch. What do you think? Oh, there actually is one more thing. This table right here that I had everything setting on, I also got this antique table at the auction. I love it. I love the curves. I love the details. I'm not a fan of like the orange tone to it, so I think I'm gonna give it a bleach wash, but it does have a drawer. And I got this for my mom to go downstairs in the basement. I thought this would be like a perfect side table because I actually have an oval coffee table that will go with that per se. I mean, oval and oval. I got that for downstairs. So that is everything that I got at the 4-H fair. But when the 4-H fair is in town, in my town, my entire town has yard sales. So there was just a yard sale every 20 feet we drove that day. And we happened to go by a yard sale earlier in the day that had furniture. And I said to myself, you know what, if that furniture's still there come tomorrow, I'm gonna see how much they want for it. So they actually put everything out by the road at the end of the day. They weren't doing a 2-day yard sale, they did a 1-day yard sale. So, I'll show you. I'm in the older shop. They put all of the furniture out by the road for free, and this is what we got. We got a gorgeous couch that has also never been sat in. Is dirty. I'm gonna clean this. That's the only spot there. And yeah, like I swear, they just sat in those 2 spots. There's no wears in the cushions. The cushions are very firm and comfortable. This couch is also comfortable to lay down on top of. It came with a chair that matches it. Again, in perfect condition, needs to be cleaned. I'm gonna do that with my upholstery cleaner. Super nice condition, nice and deep chair. This is actually a super comfy chair to sit in. They had this adorable little chair, which I didn't even know it, but it swivels. And then they had an antique rocker. This was also free. And all that was free. The couch, the chair, the swivel chair, and the rocking chair, all free. Oh, I got a bureau for free too. I love this. Gorgeous. Gorgeous condition. Dovetail. Free! They had this whole pine cone Christmas tree I grabbed. And they had, it's too heavy, I can't pick it up with one hand. A pewter plate for free. Free. All of it. Free. Side of the road. We stopped and we reaped the benefits of somebody's yard sale that they didn't want to have the next day. So, what do you think? Like, my mind is blown. We literally spent a couple $100s, but we literally came home with thousands of dollars worth of items. There's some treasures, there's some trinkets, there's some furniture, and this was probably the most successful and fun I have ever had at the 4-H fair auction. And the fact that it was my husband's first time and he was there with me and he enjoyed it as well, just, it was a perfect, perfect day. Thank you so much for joining me as I went through and showed you all of the treasures I got from the East Middleboro 4-H fair. Thank you so much for joining me. I cannot wait to show you all this stuff set up and in my house and on my walls and where it's going, and it's going to be fabulous. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thanks so much for hanging with me, guys. Mwah. See you real soon. Bye.